The city of Iranpur had stopped echoing gunfire, but silence could be louder than bombs. Rubble lined the streets like bones of forgotten buildings, and the air still carried the scent of smoke and loss. In the center of the broken city stood a small clinic, barely standing, its roof patched with old tarp and rusted sheet metal. Inside was Dr. Julian Ramsey, once a celebrated surgeon, now just a man trying to survive with his ghosts. 10 years ago, in the early days of the war, Julian was given a choice. A powerful general had arrived at his hospital, dragging in a wounded soldier on one side and a child with a gunshot wound on the other. "You will save one," the general said coldly, "and only one. The other dies. You choose. Now." Julian hesitated. The soldier was important to the general, a man whose survival could mean political favor, safety, even supplies for months. The child was no one, a boy from the slums, unnamed, unconscious. Julian looked at the two bleeding bodies, his hands trembling, and he chose the soldier. He told himself he had to, that it was for the greater good, that he could save more lives later. But that boy died on the table, alone, uncounted. The supplies never came. The general took the soldier and left, promising protection. A week later, the hospital was bombed. Now, years after the war, a stranger came into the clinic. A young man, lean and quiet, carrying a bandaged arm and eyes too old for his face. "I need help," he said. Julian cleaned the wound, then stitched it silently. But as he worked, he noticed a long scar, faint, but familiar, just like the one the boy had before he died. "That scar," Julian asked, his voice unsteady, "where did you get it?" The young man looked at him. "From a bullet. 10 years ago, a doctor left me to die, but another pulled me from the pile of bodies later. I survived." Julian's froze in shock. "I came back to find that doctor," the young man continued, "to ask why he chose the soldier instead, why a child's life was worth less than a killer's." Julian tried to speak, but guilt strangled his throat. "I don't need your answer anymore," the young man said. "I just needed to see if you'd remember." And then he left. No threats, no revenge, just silence. Julian sat in the dim clinic long after the boy was gone. The truth was, he remembered every second, every heartbeat, every breath of that moment. And that was the price of one choice, a lifetime of it. Moral, one choice, made in a moment of fear or ambition, can echo louder than 1,000 apologies. Some mistakes aren't erased, they're endured.